Arsenal's record against Watford is pretty impressive, full stop. And you've got to look at the games they've played head to head over the years. So all goes at a play. I can tell you that at Arsenal, 6 wins to Arsenal, 1 of Watford, no draws. Overall in the league when they played each other, 14 wins to Arsenal and 10 wins for Watford. And head to head in the Premier League, as the ball goes forward and cleared by Firmini against the body of Nuno Tavares. It is 11 wins for Arsenal, 2 to Watford and 1 draw. So there we go. The last 2 times these two met at the Emirates, it was 3-2 to Arsenal in July 2020. 99th, 100th game actually in charge of Arsenal for Mikel Arteta. 2 wins better off than Wenger at the same time. Lacazette. A foul straight at the feet of White, who drilled forward. In goes Sissoko. And 19 yards out, the block tackle, ricochet favoured Emil Smith-Rowe, who buried the ball low, right-footed from 19 yards into the bottom of the net, past Ben Foster on his left-hand side. And whether they could look at that collision between Maitland-Niles and Ismail Assar, I don't know. But what I can tell you right at this moment in time is Arsenal have the ball in the back of the net. And the goal check has been complete and it stands, and Emil Smith-Rowe has put Arsenal in front. A Watford slap up. Kevin Friend has got a very quizzical look at, and this is the second phase of play that Ben White does well to keep alive, and just he's driving towards the Watford penalty area. He puts a block in, does Sissoko, and it squirts back into the path of Emil Smith-Rowe from 19 yards, who finishes the ball well. This is Sissoko. There's a word with the referee after having a little bit of a 2 and 8 there with Alexander Lacazette. Still harshly done by, but it was the second phase of play. The ball broke after the body check to Juraj Kuka, and he played it out, which was dispossessed by Ben White. I suppose renders that challenge useless. Sana on his feet, trying to drive towards the Arsenal goal. Nuno Tavares puts it out of play, throw to Watford to play inside the half of Arsenal, who lead by a 1-0 here at the Emirates, courtesy of Emil Smith-Rowe's third in 3 games, 3 Premier League games. 59 on the clock. Sarr and Tavares go shoulder to shoulder. Sarr is bunted off the ball, and the ball runs away as he tries to retrieve it for a goal kick to Arsenal. Defend the goal away to my right, attack one to my left. More vocal fans are. If there could be a home end in a wraparound stadium, that is where the home fans are, opposite side of the pitch. Far corners where the Watford fans are. Anyway, ball is back in play. Albert Lokonga, midway inside. into the Arsenal half. Ben White. White back to Lokonga. Lokonga turns 12 yards from the halfway line, starts going up, gets up to the halfway line, goes from right to left and finds Nuno Tavares midway inside the half of Watford. He comes off this left touchline. He's faced by Kiko Femenia. Rolls it back into the feet of Maitland-Niles. Short ball forward into the feet of Smith Rowe. Smartly back to Gabriel Magalhaes. Out it comes now on his near side from Nuno Tavares, who square across the face of the goal. Lacazette, good 30 yards out. Gets the ball on his left foot, plays it out to the left now, finds Smith Rowe, the goal scorer. Level the 18 yards of box of Watford. In it goes, cleared by Cathcart. Maitland-Niles has time to push the header across the face of Josh King, but Watford have got the ball away. Now Josh King drives forward. It's 4 red and white shirts there. King's gone down in a heap. And Pedro that is going to come on for Watford. He's going to replace somebody in just a moment. King's back on his feet, holding his ribs. Watford have got to do something, and they'll have to do it pretty quick for. It's Ozan Tufan that will go off, replaced by João Pedro. Pedro, who did play the last game, but made it to the bench safely today. Now got his chance to come up and show Radio Ranieri exactly what he can do. 62 on the clock. Arsenal 1, Watford 0. I'm your host Andrew Selp. This is another game you can hear. Plenty of football coming your way, including international football from this body. Lifted out far side. Danny Rose steps in front of Saka, plays it down the line to Emmanuel Dennis, up to the edge of the box. Little ball to João Pedro. Back it goes in. Great bustling run there by Emmanuel Dennis, and in the end it's Ben White that hacks it clear for Arsenal. Going back towards the penalty area of Arsenal again, but Pedro has it taken off his toes. Sissoko picks up the loose ball and drives it out far side to Danny Rose. Level the 18-yard box of Arsenal. Low ball in off the chest of Takahiro Tomiyasu. That's Ramsdale kept it in play. He has indeed. Aaron Ramsdale looking like a young Gordon Ramsay. But he took that well. Rolls it out inside his own penalty area to his left to Gabriel. Gabriel into the feet to his right of Lokonga. Back to Ben White. Lokonga in a different position. And Arsenal getting a little bit pinned on the edge of the box. Ben White just curls it with his right boot across to the left-sided centre-half Gabriel. He's just outside his own penalty area. And he goes back to the penalty spot in his own penalty area with the ball. And Aaron Ramsdale comes out for knocking it long to Aubameyang and brings it down, hooks it over his shoulder, looking for the run of Nuno Tavares, but that's covered off by Kiko Femenia, who goes wide of his goal and plays it back to Ben Foster. Foster's left foot does the damage up to the halfway line, but a right back Tomiyasu heads it from whence it came. Terrific footwork by Nicholas Nkulu to come away with the ball. He gets it into Pedro. Pedro feeds it out near side to Ismail Assar. Sane drives towards the Arsenal penalty area. Way to my right hand side. He's taken on Tavares. Deep ball in. Too deep in the end. And on the far side, Emmanuel Dennis has to scurry away to that far touchline to Watford left. He's now faced by Tomiyasu as he turns to face the ball. Rolls the ball back to the left back, Danny Rose. Danny Rose back to Emmanuel Dennis. Level the 18-yard box. Comes in off the touchline. Tomiyasu gets a toe in. Comes away with the football. And then his second touch under pressure. Bobbles off his shin away for a Watford throw on the far side. Rose throws it to Juraj Kuka. Back heel. Lovely play by Kuka to Rose. Rose then plays it in. And the ball goes into Sissoko. Sissoko gets the throw. Nope. Because Maitland-Niles got a tackle in, thrown into the corner. Josh King, note, well marshalled here by Ben White. And in the end, Ben White plays it off of Josh King's leg. And it goes away for a goal kick. Audio Randeri, the Tinker Man. Somebody that you just have to, well, from my point of view, he's one of those that you just feel that if you ever spoke to him on a personal level, he'd just be a friend. He's just such a genial character. Arsenal decide to play 3 passes along the edge of their 6-yard box from the goal kick, and then Ramsdale comes out to the edge of his penalty area and drills the ball on with his right foot. Cathcart will head it back after one bounce, back to Ben Foster in the goal away to my left. 66th minute of the game, Arsenal 1, Watford 0. 56 minutes, just 10 minutes ago, Emil Smith Rowe fired it in from 19 yards. Watford have got to find something to get back into the game, but Arsenal, who have predominantly bossed it apart from the fabulous Foster, with chances, including a penalty miss. Watford I've yet to see really create a chance inside the Arsenal penalty area. Takahiro Tomiyasu, 12 yards shy of the halfway line, clips it down the channel on his backside as the ball goes forward. Is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who had it coming together with Craig Cathcart, and Foster comes out with the ball 18 yards away from his dead ball line, plays it forward, a long ball forward as well, and this time Jal and Ben White go together, but it clears the pair of them and goes through to Aaron Ramsdale. Kevin Friend's got a job to do. João Pedro has a word with Ben White. Ben White says there's no need to throw your arms around. Kevin Friend saw it as well. Played forward out to the right back Takahiro Tomiyasu, who's driving forward. He's got past his man. Can he put the ball in the box? He can flyer it across the face of goal. He's 24 yards from the dead ball line on the right hand side, and he fizzed it right across the face of goal, but it's too far in front of Aubameyang and comes out on this near side for a throw to Watford. And their right back Kiko Femenia throws down the line. He will do in a minute. Puts it up, headed on by Kuka. Ismail Assar in a bit of a wrestling match here, and Ismail Assar is screaming that he thought he should have had a free kick as he was being held by Nuno Tavares, but the throw's gone Arsenal's way and they've taken it quickly. The right back Takahiro Tomiyasu out to the right side of midfield, the attacking midfielder Saka, who cuts inside, puts the ball in. What a good ball that was as well. It just evaded the sliding challenge 7 yards out of Aubameyang, and it's caught by Foster on the bounce. Lovely ball by Saka, really pinged that into the right place, and Aubameyang, in fairness, held his line really well as I look on the replay monitor. It was just in front of him. If he'd have gone any earlier, he'd have been offside. He would have got the ball though. Arsenal still lead by that goal to nil. Headed on by Sarr, trying to find João Pedro. Albert Lokonga steps in inside the centre circle on the Arsenal side and rolls it all the way back to Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale in the D of his own penalty area, plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel square, 2 yards outside his penalty area to the right sided centre half Ben White, who goes long. Headed away by Nkulu. Flicked on again on that far side by Sissoko. Chance here for Emmanuel Dennis to try and take on Takahiro Tomiyasu. He tries to turn into him. Tomiyasu does his job well. And now the ball will go away on the far side. Two players put their arms up, and that is Saka and Sissoko. It's gone away on the far side for a throw to Arsenal. There's going to be a change here. Alexander Lacazette is going to be replaced by Martin Odegaard, as Arsenal look to maybe try and counter the five across the middle of the park now. Martin Odegaard from Real Madrid comes on. 69 minutes on the clock. Good shift from Lacazette. There's a lot of that work that goes unnoticed and creates a lot for Arsenal. Gets a hug from his manager, Martin Odegaard, who was really held in high regard at Real Madrid. I think he's got the chance at Arsenal to really flourish. Throw to Arsenal, midway inside their own half. Tomiyasu throws down the line. Put back forward there by Juraj Kuka. Arsenal get a throw from a similar position. Tomiyasu will get the ball again. Arsenal lead by that goal on 56 minutes. Swept in from 19 yards by Emil Smith-Rowe. They have missed a penalty in the first half by Aubameyang. Superb save by Foster. Gabriel got a towering header at the back post, which was a good save from Foster. And Saka put the ball in the back of the net on 6 minutes, but was offside due to a little inadvertent flick from Emerick Aubameyang. Watford, though, will say they're still in this game. It's only 1-0. But they haven't fashioned a clear-cut chance in this game as far. Cathcart back to Nicholas Nkulu. Addy goes to Moussa Sissoko, playing roughly where Danny Rose would be as a left back. Shy of the halfway line, back into Nicholas Nkulu. Square, he goes to Craig Cathcart. Cathcart lifts the ball down, looking for the runner Sarr in behind Nuno Tavares, who cuts in behind him, wins the ball back, and in the end Tavares puts a lazy challenge in across the body of Ismail Assar. There's a free kick for Watford, and in fairness, Tavares smiles going back, but Ismail Assar did the right thing, and it's going to be a free kick for Watford as they attack the goal away to my right hand side. Their fans in the far corner here at the Emirates. I face the pitch very much as though you'll see any television pictures. 2 yards in from this right touchline, and it's going to be the left foot of Danny Rose to deliver, and about 6 yards from the dead ball line. Looking out of his goal away to my right hand side, Ramsdale sees the ball come in. Tomiyasu with the big header away. Half, Arsenal 1, Watford 0, 71 on the clock. Going back to the halfway line to Sissoko. Sissoko then finds Nkulu. Nkulu goes all the way back to Foster. Foster outside his penalty area. Short ball forward into Juraj Kuka. Kuka back to Foster. And Foster back out to Sissoko. Sissoko takes it and rolls it back to Nicholas Nkulu, who's almost caught in possession. Gets it back to Foster, who this time smites the ball long up over the half, headed away by White. Watford pick up the loose ball, fed out to the left back Rose. Rose 2 yards inside the half of Arsenal, pushed off the ball by his own man Emmanuel Dennis. Inside it goes to João Pedro, back out to Thomas. Thomas back to João Pedro. João Pedro back to Thomas. Thomas at left. João Pedro now level with the 18-yard box of Arsenal. Left foot cross in. It's a first-time shot on the volley on the turn there from Josh King. It's blocked, and in the end as the ball comes out, Arsenal get away with a challenge. Juraj Kuka with a challenge. It's given away a free kick, but the first chance inside the penalty area for a Watford player, and Josh King really didn't get enough on it. 73 minutes it took him to get to that point. Going to be another change shortly for Watford. The Tinkerman is definitely going to put some players on the park to change things around. Cucho Hernandez is about to come on for Emmanuel Dennis, we believe, but we'll wait and see. Smith Rowe out to Saka. Saka now just level the 18-yard box, trying to take on Rose, trying to drive to the dead ball line. Checks back to Smith Rowe. Big space inside the penalty area. Takes it on his right foot, right across the face and goal, and it's in. Has Smith Rowe got his second? No, it's Odegaard that might have scored this time, but the flag's gone up for an offside at the back post. Far side this time, it's Simon Beck that believes he's seen somebody, and I have to say, right at the back post. Was it deflected in? Did Odegaard's shot go in on his own? Saka done really well, drove to the dead ball line, then rolled it back to Odegaard in plenty of space, who decided to drive on his right foot. The shot across the face of goal. Has it touched Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang at the back post? I think it has. And Aubameyang knew as soon as he touched the ball that he was going to get blown up for offside, and Odegaard's goal is ruled out. Second goal on the day for Arsenal that's ruled out. And I have to say, collectively now, it is becoming a little bit of a bad day for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Changes being made by Watford. On will come Cucho Hernandez, and he is not got long to try and affect this game. Good 16 minutes, and Ben Foster with his free kick for offside. Aubameyang has been offside for 2 goals that have been ruled out, and he's missed a penalty, and it's been an afternoon for him, which means he's been involved in the game in the nicest possible way, but he's not in quite the right way, but he's always been there. He's been a constant threat, but he's just a striker. Throw to Watford for Menia. Back to João Pedro. Pedro back to Cathcart. Cathcart turns it infield to Nicholas Nkulu, who turns inside the centre circle on the Arsenal side, away from Smith Rowe, plays it back to Cathcart. Cathcart lifts it up, into the box it goes of Arsenal, taken away nicely over his shoulder, facing his own goal by Nuno Tavares. Maitland-Niles tries to clear it. Sissoko beats Nuno Tavares to the ball and heads it to Cathcart. Cathcart back to Nicholas Nkulu in the centre circle, Watford side. Watford attack the goal as I face the pitch here, as you'll see pictures away to my right hand side. Ball goes up this time to Ismail Assar. Watford have gone for a pretty much 4-3-3 now, as Cathcart heads this bouncing ball back under pressure from Aubameyang to Ben Foster, in a goal away to my left hand side. Well, they've rode their luck a bit, really. They've had fantastic Foster in between the pipes, to do themselves some favours, and Emre Aubameyang to help rule out a couple of goals for Arsenal. It's still 1-0 to Arsenal. Odegaard with the last shot across the face of goal. Aubameyang, I'm having that. Is a yard out. I'm going to turn it in. Faintest of touches, but offside in doing so. Saka took a loose touch from Aubameyang in the first half, which played him offside as he drilled the ball in. So Arsenal still only lead by a goal to nil, and Watford in with a squeak as we move into the final 15 minutes here. 1-0 to Arsenal. Although Watford have yet to really fashion too much inside the half or even the penalty area of Arsenal, cleared by Ramsdale off his own player as it's rolled back to him, and it's going to be a throw. Left back Danny Rose comes forward to take the throw. Danny Rose midway inside the Arsenal half as Watford attack the goal away to my right, down towards their own fans in that far corner of the ground, the Hornets fans. They'll be buzzing if they get a point here. I'm here all week. Down the line it goes, this time looking for the head of Cucho. And Cucho Hernandez can't get there, and it goes out of play for a goal kick to Aaron Ramsdale away to my right hand side. Mikel Arteta's 100th game in all competitions in charge of Arsenal at the moment. If this remains the same, will be his 56th win, which will be 3 more than Arsene Wenger actually had in his first 100 games, but he did lose a few more. Arsene Wenger drew a lot more. So there we go. Arsenal 1, Watford 0. Nuno Tavares gets the ball on this near touchline, steps inside João Pedro, tries to play it square, and almost cut out there by Ismail Assar. White up to the lip of the centre circle on the Arsenal side. Aubameyang faces his own goal, goes back to Lokonga. Lokonga out on the far side to Martin Odegaard. Right to left crossfield ball. What a ball that is. Straight into the runner. Nuno Tavares is trying to get in behind Femenia. Sinks the ball in. Headed away this time by Niels Nkulu. Odegaard tries to get it down. Ball breaks to Smith Rowe on the turn. Wide of the goal with his left foot. Puts it high over the crossbar and away. But Watford that have opened the door now to try and get themselves back into the game. Superb crossfield ball from Odegaard. Headed away by Niels Nkulu. And it was a terrific bit of work in the end on the turn. Smith Rowe always on the way back as he tried to pivot and get the ball, and it's gone over the top of the crossbar, the angle of post and bar, by about a foot. And the goal away to my left hand side. Foster drills this goal kick long. Lokonga out jumps King, and an offside has been given as King has come from offside to onside to try and win that header, and it's a free kick to Arsenal 8 yards inside their own half for offside. Kevin Friend, our referee today, been maybe just a little bit on his case regarding the amount of cards he's given away, but in fairness he's dealt with the game correctly. Some of the yellow cards I thought were a little bit early and a little bit soft, but he's kept it that way. Good work now in the middle of the park by the centre half, Nicholas Nkulu. Nkulu gets the ball to Sissoko, back to Cathcart, out to Femenia, Femenia to Pedro, Pedro back to Femenia, Femenia back to Cathcart. 12 yards inside his own half. Watford defend the goal away to my left hand side. Square to Nicholas Nkulu, back to Foster, who just drills it long. Easy for Gabriel to get it down, under pressure going in there from João Pedro, who put his head in where life is not, well, he's in danger, and that was close to Gabriel, who gets a yellow card. And in fairness, that's what I mean about the yellow cards. I think Gabriel has every right to go for this, and when it comes down to it, it's João Pedro bending in to try and header a ball that Gabriel really has every right to go for. But it's tough for the Brazilian. He gets himself his yellow card. And Arsenal have got to defend a free kick now from Watford. 80th minute of the game. Arsenal 1, Watford 0. And as Ramsdale looks out of his goal, this is between 10-2 and 5 to the hour. If the penalty spot and centre spot are 12 o'clock on a clock face for him. He stood over by his left-hand post. Goal away to my right. Cucho Fernandez, is about to take this free kick. And Watford fashion something. Cucho Hernandez then stands the ball up, round the back, headed away beautifully at the back post. Shot comes in on the volley by Sissoko. He's trying to claim it's been blocked by Bukayo Saka, and it's gone high over the top of the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal, who will be, after that 3 games, 3 defeats, bottom of the table, could make it 8 unbeaten on the last time. I've just seen a different angle on the Aubameyang. Did he need to touch it? That is the question. Odegaard's shot could have been 2-0. Could have been sit back and relax from Mikel Arteta instead of this at the moment. They've won 5 and drawn 2 of their last 7, Arsenal. This will be 6 and 2 out of their last 8. Ramsdale's clearance isn't great. Saka can't get there. Good bit of work there by Aubameyang. Back heel to Odegaard. Odegaard tries to put it over the head of Cathcart, who just glances the ball back from 6 yards out of his penalty area. Away to my left-hand side to Foster, who bowls it out very quickly to the right back, Kiko Femenia. Femenia into the feet here of Ucho Hernandez. Hernandez tries to curl it in behind. Gabriel heads the ball away from Sarr. Maitland-Niles finds Lokonga. Lokonga now finds Bukayo Saka on the halfway line, who tries to skip away from Rose, but inadvertently gets the ball towards Juraj Kuka. Kuka gets it back to Foster, and Foster rolls it out to the left side of centre half, which is Nicholas Nkulu. Nkulu goes square to Cathcart. Cathcart goes square to Kiko Femenia. Mikel Arteta does a one-arm wave and skip down his technical area, trying to wave his players over as Sarr battles away with Gabriel. Good work from Ismaila Sarr. 4 goals to his name this season. Played against the legs of Gabriel, who's had a little bit of a battle with Ismaila Sarr, who's playing more centrally now. It's almost a 4-4-2. Chance for a cross-in by Femenia. Ramsdale will deal with this safely above his head. Too close to him. And he comes out and takes a wild half volley out with a ball, and it's picked up by Kuka. Kuka finds Nkulu. Nkulu to Sissoko. Sissoko on the centre spot. Watford now trying to build a head of steam at that goal away to my right. Down this right hand side it goes to Cucho Hernandez. In it goes. King on the turn. Great bit of defensive work there by Ben White, just as King was about to pull the trigger. Got his body across his man, and the ball just broke off of Ben White and harmlessly rolled back to Aaron Ramsdale, who could be on for his 5th clean sheet in 8 games. Really quite a game of football. Nerve shredding if you're one of either side's set of fans that are emotionally into this game. Live commentary here on this Premier League match between Arsenal and Watford. I'm your host Andrew Self. Goal on 56 minutes, swept in by Emil Smith-Rowe. But Arsenal, 2 goals ruled offside. One from Bukayo Saka after Aubameyang inadvertent touch in the first half, saw it ruled out for offside. Aubameyang has missed a penalty as well before touching in a shot from Martin Odegaard, which could have gone into the back of the net on its own, maybe. Watford come on the attack, near side. Cucho Hernandez tries to roll it into the box. Slightly tardy clearance up in the air, more than away by Gabriel. But good work in the end by Arsenal's rearguard to lift the ball to the halfway line. But there's a little touch of hanging onto what we've got at the moment. There's a song that could have a lyric with that. Sissoko from Femenia. Back to Kiko Femenia. 12 yards inside the half of Arsenal. Infield to Kuka. Kuka now goes out to Nicholas Nkulu. Nkulu, midway inside the Arsenal half, goes back in field to the Slovakian. Juraj Kuka. Kuka finds Femenia. Femenia now to Cucho Hernandez. Femenia continues his run, stands the ball up, poured away in the air by Aaron Ramsdale. An effective clearance though from Maitland-Niles. And Arsenal now, well, they're giving any fans that haven't got any grey hairs of any denomination grey hairs. They may be that you're only 4 years old, but this game at the moment, you should be, if you're an Arsenal fan, comfortably away with this one, but you're not. It's 1-0 and Watford now senses a chance to do a little bit of a snatch for a point. Driving forward this time, Kuka with a shot. Ramsdale takes it away to his right hand side on his knees. Didn't really lack any real purpose there from Juraj Kuka. 30 yards out, Ramsdale saw it all the way. Mohamed El Neni about to come on for Arsenal, who will try and bite a few seconds away in this game. Ramsdale smites the ball long. Emil Smith-Rowe could be the target to come off. Aubameyang tries to hook it out far side and thrusts his arms out and says, why are you not running onto it? I'll tell you why, because it was a poor ball. Ben Foster had all the time in the world to come out of his penalty area and play it to Danny Rose, the left back for Watford, who's up to the halfway line, plays it down the left channel, looking for Josh King. White's there. Oh my word, Ramsdale's made a real trouble there, and really, really wide. of goal. King tried to put it in from an absolutely horrific angle when maybe he had the chance to try and find Ismail Assar. Long ball down, White's left it. Out comes Ramsdale, never gets her, and King 3 yards from the dead ball line but wide of the penalty area, tries to side-foot it with his instep into a back of an unguarded net and ends up sending it into the side netting. And Arsenal, the architects almost of their own downfall there. What was Aaron Ramsdale doing? He came out and made no contact whatsoever. El Neni is on. Smith Rowe, the goal scorer, is off. Well, take a breath, because that was quite something. Ramsdale didn't show the composure he's thought for a man that's possibly on his way to his 5th clean sheet in 8 games. And Watford just making this as uncomfortable as possible for Arsenal in these final few regulation minutes. About 3.5 regulation minutes to go, plus time added on. Long ball forward, clears everybody, and Ramsdale comes out to the edge of his box, away to my right-hand side, and just gathers that ball. He'll be hoping that his pulse rate drops a little bit low before he goes running out again to take a complete swipe to nothing. Drops the ball at his feet, just outside his 6-yard box, centrally of the penalty area, away to my right-hand side. Long ball forward. Aubameyang gets there before Sissoko. He's galloping down the left-hand side. He goes past Danny Rose, but he can't keep it in play. It's going to be a goal kick. Ben Foster will want this football as soon as possible. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's offering. Plenty to come, including West Ham versus Liverpool. It has been a very, very good, entertaining game for the Arsenal manager's 100th all-round appearance in charge of Arsenal. Flicked on by King, brought down by Ismail Assar. Sarr feeds it out to Cucho Hernandez. Hernandez going to get the cross on. The overlap will come from Kiko Femenia. Stands the ball up, back post, back pedaling, edge of his 6-yard box. Ramsdale collects, falls to the floor, rolls around a bit with it, kills a few more seconds. Arsenal 1, Watford 0, courtesy of Emil Smith Rowe's goal on 56 minutes, swept in from the edge of the box after good work from Ben White. Lokonga plays the ball near side to Nuno Tavares. Infield he goes to Mohamed El Neni. His first touch up to the halfway line to Maitland-Niles, who turns it back out on this near side to the left back Nuno Tavares, who drives towards the Watford penalty area. A couple of lollipops. He wants it on his right foot. Terrific challenge comes in again. Well, I tell you what, it's a great challenge there for Uras Kuka, and he's gone off for a second yellow. And it was my worry today for Kevin Friend. I think this is not the best bit of work here from Kevin Friend. Yurav Cook has gone in strong. He's won the ball. Maitland-Niles has gone through as though he's been poleaxed. But I've got to say that I feel a little bit here for Yurav Kukca, who's won the ball. And he goes off for a second yellow card. It's Nuno Tavares. Loose touch there, invited to challenge. I think Kevin Friend's been a little bit previous, but I'm not the referee. He's the man that's going to get his name all over the headlines as Kuka goes off. He'll be slightly disappointed, to say the least, but I think both his challenges, and Claudio Ranieri shakes his hand as he goes down the tunnel, because I think he's been harshly done by on both his yellow cards there. But it's a free kick now. 10-man Watford faced it. We're into the 90th minute. It's about 1.5 yards outside the Watford penalty area, away to my left-hand side. Odegaard stands over it. This will just rub salt in the wounds. Odegaard stands over it, and so does Aubameyang. If Aubameyang takes it, can he score from 19.5 yards instead of 12? Ben Foster sets his wall up. It's about 3 minutes past the hour if the centre spot and penalty spot at 12 o'clock for Ben Foster. Odegaard steps back like Johnny Wilkinson, the famous rugby union player. Paces it out. Yellow boots could be the ones here. Drills it through the gap, hits the body of Sissoko, goes away for a corner wide of the Watford goal on the left-hand side, at the goal away to my left. We're into 6 additional minutes for Watford to try and fashion something Now they're down to 10 men. Ball is currently at the feet of Saka with this corner. Goal away to my left hand side, out to his left, furthest corner away. Foster looks at Saka, about to deliver. In comes a curling corner, flicks across the face, a goal by Aubameyang. Back in it goes in front as ricochets. El Neni tries to set it back. Shot comes in from Lokonga. Fantastic save from Foster. Lokonga's shot from 19 yards. Saka back out to the edge of the box now. Twinkling feet by Odegaard, tries to pick a hole through, and Sissoko beats Saka to the ball. Sissoko driving forward now, gets the ball into the feet of Josh King. King now up towards the halfway line, over the halfway line. 91st minute of the game, he cuts in. Odegaard gets back and gets the ball away from the toes of King. El Neni feeds it to Lokonga. Lokonga over the halfway line, wants to slip in a pass on this near side to Nuno Tavares. Tavares tries to play it in, that's straight to Ben Foster. If there's one Watford player who really can pick his wages up today, it's Ben Foster, who's having a little bit of a rage. He's a little bit livid because he can't get rid of the ball quicker, but he finally gets it with a sort of throw-in style throw out of his penalty area to Danny Rhodes. Rhodes finds Ismail Sarr. Sarr's being taken across the pitch by Takahiro Tomiyasu. Kiko Femenia down the right-hand side now to Cucho Hernandez. Hernandez lifts the ball into the box looking for King. King misses out. Ball runs away on the far side. Ismail Sarr now left wing, picks the ball up facing that touchline, but the flag has gone up for an offside. You know, Watford have done well, but the fleet-footed, fantastic Ben Foster again with another stop as it's drilled in by Lokonga, and it's cleared the head of Sissoko, so we've just seen very little of that. It's really thrust goalwards. The fantastic Foster has been flawless today. I do love a bit of alliteration. Going to be another change for Arsenal in just a moment. Lining up to come on is Gabriele Martinelli. He's going to come on for Bukayo Saka just to wait a few more seconds up. We're into the 93rd minute. That's 3 of a minimum of 6 to be played at the end of this game. Martin Atkinson comes out, does the ball man duties. Saka goes off, furthest man across the park for Arsenal, oldest tactic in the book. Martinelli will now come on. Well, it's time for me to describe things as we move towards the end of this game. All kicked off in the 6th minute when Bukayo Saka thrashed the ball into the back of the net. Foster had gone walkies, in fairness, lifted over his head, poured away by Foster as Lacazette tried to play it forward. It hit then the legs. Another change for Watford as well here. Ashley Fletcher coming on for Craig Cathcart, so they're throwing everything at this now to see if they can get an equaliser. The touch off of Foster went straight to Aubameyang 8 yards out, but his first touch fell straight to Saka, who was 6 yards out, and he only had Danny Rose to beat, and he did. He put it in the back of the net. But Foster, by being in no man's land, had caught them all offside. Next bit of action in the game was on 35 when Danny Rose made a rash challenge over the head. Looking at the ball, admittedly, of Lacazette, and the penalty was given by Kevin Friend. Aubameyang stood up to take it. Fired it to Foster's right, but just to the right of centre with real pace and venom. And a superb save by Foster, who got it at a second attempt after he poured it away. Saved the penalty. Arsenal still goalless. Then, as the ball goes forward on the far side, Odegaard will hold it in the corner on the far side. 56th minute. Well, I forgot a great save by Foster again from a Gabriel header in the first half. It remained goalless at the break, and on 56, Emil Smith-Rowe fired in low after good work by Ben White from the edge of the box, 19 yards. Martinelli working hard in the corner on the far side, loses out to João Pedro, and that was the way forward. We did have one more effort that hit the back of the net, that billowed the net away to my left. Aubameyang with a shot, blocked this time on the edge of the box by Nicholas Nkulu. Nuno Tavares twisting and turning, plays it out near side to Maitland-Niles. Maitland-Niles takes it into the corner, goes round Cucho Hernandez, comes back out to the touchline. Time just dribbling away here. Watford want that ball back in. Fletcher's trying to get it away, does really well to play it against the legs of Maitland-Niles for a goal kick. Just time to tell you that on 74 minutes, Martin Odegaard, substitute, was set inside the penalty area, drove, flashed a shot across the face of goal. Was it going in? Was it not? Aubameyang towed it in at the back post. He was offside. Another goal went. Well, it's been a game of ifs and buts and maybes for Arsenal. They lead by a goal to nil. It will make them 8 unbeaten in their last 8. 6 wins and 2 draws if it stays this way. But Watford driving forward. Ball into the box by Cucho Hernandez, cleared by Ben White. El Neni plays it to Gabriel. Gabriel will lace the ball up to the halfway line. There's been a sending off as well. A slightly unfortunate one. 2 tamish yellow cards that went the way of the Slovakian midfielder for Watford late on in the game. Ball up to King, who chests it down. Can't quite get the ball under control to find Fletcher or anybody else around him. Hooked away by Arsenal. We're into the 96th minute. Sissoko right on the centre spot. Plays it square, facing his own goal to his left, to the right back kicker Femenia. Femenia finds Cucho Hernandez. Deep ball up to the Arsenal box. Headed away by Ben White, who played a big hand in the goal. But Jurevs Kuka got 2 yellow cards. As Arsenal still defend this as we go into time added on at the end of time added on. Not forward. Sissoko tries to roll it forward. Albert Lokonga take the soft pass and play it out to Gabriel Martinelli, who drives away on the far side. Sissoko trails with him. Out he goes. Martinelli tries to go to the dead ball line, and in the end Martinelli is gone down in a heap. Sissoko would work really hard to get back. This could be the last action of this game here. I've been your host, Andrew Self. Stay with this area of expertise for live commentary coming up on West Ham Liverpool. But at the moment it's Arsenal 1, Watford 0. Goal by Smith Rowe, swept in on 56 minutes. Arsenal fans who have lived on the edge of their seats here at the Emirates for the past 16 to 22 minutes with time added on. Odegaard to Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli's offside. The whistle goes. That is the end of the game. I've been your host, Andrew Self. It's finished here. Mikel Arteta's 100th game. Arsenal 1, Watford 0. Stay here. Thank you for listening. Hope you've been entertained.
The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details, where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers. The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details, where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers. The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details, where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers. The live broadcast of this match will start momentarily. On FlashScore, you can also tune in to other commentaries. We regularly bring you the Premier League, the Champions League, or Europa League, while national team matches are also available. Do you want to look at stats while you wait? Have a look at our match details, where you can find lineups, head-to-heads, and a lot of other interesting information. FlashScore, game-changing numbers.